forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Scattered rain showers have been very pesky, just kind of lingering around the area. You can see the spin. An area of low pressure here. We continue to see some of that precipitation thrown back into central Illinois, and very isolated nature to the rain, but it's going to continue tonight and as we head into your Tuesday. Our temperatures tonight haven't moved a whole lot, running into the upper 50s to 60 degrees in Champaign. We're going to be back into those same 60s for tomorrow with additional clouds and rain around. We'll come back and talk about a drier part to the forecast that you will enjoy and how some of it may not align with an upcoming weekend and the chances for rain impacting any of those plans you may have. We'll talk about it coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The need is really still there and growing.
Stimulus checks have gone out to a lot of people, but not everyone. How some groups are trying to help. Another warning from doctors related to COVID-19, why they want children to get up and move around.
All wondering, like, why is this happening and what's going to cause the next shift?
Animal shelters thought they would see an influx of animals as the pandemic progressed, but that didn't happen. Why seeing so few animals has them concerned.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
The people that are doing a lot of really important work for our society right now are being essentially left out in the cold.
Aid organizations are trying to help immigrants in central Illinois, even as annual fundraising events are canceled. Good evening, I'm Jessica KUNZ. Millions of Americans have received federal stimulus payments since the pandemic started, but not all immigrants have qualified. WCIA 3's Jen Lask shows us what aid groups are now doing.
Undocumented immigrants and those whose households have mixed statuses are not eligible for state or federal relief.
It's been surprising and a little overwhelming.
In the past week alone, the New American Welcome Center says it's received 104 new applications for financial aid, which is double the number of requests it received the previous 7 weeks combined.
So the need is really still there and growing.
And even though many organizations' doors are closed physically, that hasn't stopped the support from flowing out.
The Welcome Center's Immigrant Relief Fund has given money to 260 people so far and has raised nearly $80,000.
It goes to families in need. They can apply for rent assistance, food assistance, utility assistance, basically whatever they would be most helpful to them at the time.
Likewise, the Immigration Project, which helps immigrants across central and southern Illinois, is donating $500 per person or $1,000 for each household that doesn't qualify for aid.
We have already distributed $9,000 worth of funds. We are anticipating more. It's a time where the need is really high.
The Immigration Project would have been one of the beneficiaries of the now canceled Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon.
Nonprofits all over the world are taking a real hit right now. We were anticipating around $10,000 of funding from the Illinois Marathon. That's a significant part of our fundraising budget every year.
And the Welcome Center is also trying to make up for canceled fundraisers. Both groups looking to the community for help. Reporting, I'm Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The Immigration Project says a lot of other things they were working on, like helping immigrants apply for citizenship, have nearly come to a standstill in this pandemic. A look now at state numbers for COVID-19. There have been more than 2,000 cases reported in the past 24 hours. That brings the total to more than 96,000 cases. 59 more people have died, bringing Illinois' death toll to around 4,200. Another resident at a Coles County nursing home has died. This is the 6th death in the county and at least the 4th from Charleston Rehab and Healthcare. Today, the health department there said there were now 47 cases at the facility. In a previous statement, the skilled care facility says it's doing what it can to keep residents and staff safe. Around the rest of Coles County, the positive case total is up to 88. Not all of the 47 cases at Charleston Rehab are included in that count, and that's because not all of their patients are Coles County residents. A free COVID-19 testing site opens tomorrow in Champaign. It'll be at Marketplace Mall. There will be Illinois National Guardsmen there to walk everyone through the process, but not just anyone can get a test.
Testing is critical. It's critical. Generally, if you're over 65, you have underlying medical conditions, if you have symptoms, if you're a first responder, if you're a healthcare worker, if you're an essential employee, then you're going to be admitted. But if you feel that you need a test, we would encourage you to come out and talk to us.
The site will be open from 8 until 4, 7 days a week. They plan to offer 750 tests a day, and they will open every day until they run out of tests. More information about what the process will look like and who can get a test is on WCIA.com. New for you tonight, animal shelters across the country are experiencing an unprecedented shift since the pandemic started. There's been a significant decrease in animals coming into shelters, including those in central Illinois, leaving staff wondering why it's happening. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen has the story.
But this year, it's just been very quiet.
Less barks, more empty cages, and fewer adoptions than usual are just some of the things happening at the Champaign County Humane Society since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We didn't really know what to anticipate. We thought at one point a lot of shelters were preparing for a lot of intakes because they thought if people were all going into the hospital, there would be a lot of animals that needed care.
As the pandemic stretched on, the exact opposite happened.
Our intakes are down considerably. Like, I would say they're down by more than 50%.
This is happening throughout the country. The most recent Shelter Watch report also shows adoptions are down 30%, likely because there are fewer animals to choose from.
It seems like everything in people's lives has just sort of gone on hold, including making a decision about relinquishing an animal.
Champaign County Humane Society Director Mary Tiefenbrunn says while fewer animals coming into the shelters may seem like a good thing,
it actually just raises a lot of questions. We're kind of wondering like when the other shoe is going to drop.
Because the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have made everything so unpredictable, they're not sure what to expect next or what will change as the stay-at-home order progresses. But for those who have adopted a dog during quarantine, many of them have become used to being with their people 24/7. So those who work at the shelters want to get a message out for when people start to go back to work and resume their normal schedule.
If you don't prepare your dog for that, you could really set your dog up for some serious anxiety issues.
They say it's best to gradually transition your pets and prepare them to be alone again. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Shelters in Illinois are still operating by appointment only for adoptions. You can call ahead and set up a time to meet up with the animals. We have an update on a Champaign County gym that was served a restraining order by the state's attorney. They are appealing. The order was filed after the Zone Fitness Center in St. Joe opened despite a cease and desist order from public health. Now the gym's lawyer says a restraining order alone is not enough. He says it needs to be filed along with an action for closure. The state's attorney won't comment on anything that's pending. She has 2 days to respond to that appeal. And new at 10, a bar in Blue Mound was given a cease and desist order from the Illinois Liquor Control Commission. JB's Hideout was open Friday through Sunday. The owners say they were expecting the order to come. It says their liquor license could be pulled if they continue to operate. The owner says he has a lawsuit pending against the state. One county in central Illinois says the governor's plan to reopen is working, but it's taking too long. Sangamon County recently published its COVID-19 policy update. In it, county leaders say no government policies or procedures will guarantee safety from this virus. So instead of focusing on policies, they say the county will direct its attention to keeping vulnerable populations, healthcare workers, and large group settings safe. The Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce and the county are working on guidance for businesses as they prepare to reopen. Session at the state capitol starts Wednesday, but some lawmakers say they won't be wearing a mask when they go back. Public health guidelines say face coverings must be worn at all times. On social media, State Representative Darren Bailey posted this picture with the hashtag Free Illinois from Tyranny. Bailey, along with 2 other lawmakers, were at a rally at the Capitol this weekend where hundreds were not wearing masks. Some see the masks as a matter of choice. The state's top doctor says people still need to wear them if they can't social distance.
As you cough, talk, sneeze, those droplets would be, expelled from your mouth and nose. And so you are keeping those to yourself and trying to protect the public around you. So yes, we want to continue to use those very simple measures.
We spoke to a representative who was at the rally. He says he does not want face masks to become a distraction from the issues lawmakers need to take up this week. In other news, former Governor BLAGOJEVICH has been officially disbarred in Illinois. The Illinois Supreme Court made that ruling today. In March, the state's Attorney Registration and Disciplinary Commission recommended BLAGOJEVICH be disbarred for his conviction. BLAGOJEVICH was released from a Colorado prison back in February after serving 8 years. President Trump commuted his 14-year sentence. BLAGOJEVICH's attorney says his client does accept the fact he was convicted, but also says BLAGOJEVICH doesn't believe he committed any crimes. Major events for students like proms were canceled this year, but one DJ brought the event to them instead. Plus, doctors want kids to get active, but they're worried about with the stay-at-home order in place. And one football player is looking for a fresh start, and he thinks he can do it with the Illini.